Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a creature slithering through American soil that can kill a grown adult in less than an hour. In fact, there are over 30 species of venomous snakes living across the United States, but only a handful are truly deadly. Today, we're counting down America's most lethal serpents, and trust me, number one will make you think twice about your next camping trip. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Only 15% of our viewers are subscribed, and you won't want to miss our upcoming videos on nature's most dangerous predators. Here's something that'll shock you. America is actually home to some of the world's most venomous snakes. We're talking species that rank in the global top 20 for venom toxicity. But here's the twist. Despite having around 7,000 to 8,000 venomous snake bites reported every year in the U.S., only about 5 people die annually from these encounters. So, what makes a snake truly deadly? It's not just about venom potency. We're looking at 3 critical factors: the strength of the venom, the amount they can inject, and most importantly, how likely you are to actually encounter them. A snake could have the deadliest venom on Earth, but if it lives in a remote mountain range where humans never go, it's not topping our list. With that in mind, let's start our countdown. Coming in at number 5, the Copperhead. Now you might be surprised to see the Copperhead on this list, because here's the thing. Copperheads are actually responsible for more snake bites in the eastern United States than any other species. We're talking thousands of bites every single year. But here's why they're only at number 5. Their venom is relatively mild compared to other pit vipers. Copperheads are masters of camouflage, blending perfectly into leaf litter with their distinctive hourglass-shaped bands. They grow between 2 to 3 feet long and inhabit forests, rocky areas, and increasingly suburban neighborhoods across the eastern and central United States. When a copperhead strikes, victims experience intense pain, swelling, and tissue damage. But fatalities, almost unheard of. In fact, there hasn't been a confirmed copperhead death in decades. Their venom is hemotoxic, meaning it destroys red blood cells and causes tissue damage, but they rarely inject enough to be lethal to a healthy adult. What makes them dangerous isn't their killing power, it's their proximity to humans and their tendency to freeze rather than flee when threatened. Step on one during a night hike, and you'll understand why they make the list. Number 4, the Cottonmouth, also known as the water moccasin. If you've ever been near swamps, lakes, or rivers in the southeastern United States, you've been in Cottonmouth territory. These semi-aquatic vipers are the only venomous water snake in North America, and they're not afraid to stand their ground. The Cottonmouth gets its name from its defensive display. When threatened, it opens its mouth wide, revealing the bright white interior as a warning. It's essentially nature's way of saying, "Back off, or else." Growing up to 4 feet long, cottonmouths pack a more potent punch than copperheads. Their venom is also hemotoxic, destroying blood cells and causing severe tissue damage. Bites result in excruciating pain, massive swelling, and in severe cases, the loss of limbs due to necrosis. But here's what pushes them higher on our list: their aggressive reputation. While most snakes flee from humans, cottonmouths are known to hold their position or even advance toward threats. They're also excellent swimmers, and can strike from water, making them particularly dangerous to fishermen, kayakers, and anyone enjoying southern waterways. Death from a cottonmouth bite is rare but possible, especially if victims don't receive prompt medical treatment. With anti-venom readily available, survival rates are high, but the bite itself, that's an experience you'll never forget. At number 3, we have the western diamondback rattlesnake. Now we're getting into serious territory. The western diamondback is responsible for more snakebite fatalities in the United States than any other species. This is the heavyweight champion of American venomous snakes, and it's earned its reputation. Found throughout the southwestern United States and northern Mexico, western diamondbacks can reach lengths of over 7 feet, though most average around 4 to 5 feet. But size isn't what makes them deadly. It's their venom payload and potency. When a western diamondback strikes, it injects a massive dose of hemotoxic venom that causes catastrophic tissue destruction. We're talking about venom that literally liquefies flesh and blood cells. Victims experience immediate, intense pain, followed by rapid swelling that can engulf an entire limb within hours. Without treatment, the venom causes internal bleeding, organ failure, and death. But here's what really puts them at number 3. Their temperament and habitat overlap with humans. Western diamondbacks are found in deserts, grasslands, and rocky terrain where people hike, camp, and work. They're also relatively aggressive when cornered and won't hesitate to strike multiple times in rapid succession. That famous rattle? It's actually made of modified scales that create a buzzing sound as a warning. But here's the terrifying part. Juvenile rattlesnakes are actually more dangerous in some ways because they haven't learned to control their venom injection, often delivering their entire payload in a single bite. The western diamondback accounts for the majority of serious snakebite cases in the American Southwest. And despite modern antivenom, bites still occasionally prove fatal, especially in remote areas where medical help is hours away. Number 2 might surprise you, the eastern diamondback rattlesnake. Wait, didn't we just cover a diamondback? Yes, but the eastern species is in a completely different league. This is the largest venomous snake in North America, with specimens reaching up to 8 feet in length and weighing up to 10 pounds. This is an absolute unit of a serpent, found in the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. The eastern diamondback possesses the most potent venom of any rattlesnake in the Americas. Drop for drop, it's significantly more toxic than its western cousin. When this snake strikes, it injects an enormous quantity of incredibly powerful hemotoxic venom. The bite causes immediate catastrophic tissue damage, massive hemorrhaging, and can lead to death within hours if untreated. Historical records show that before antivenom was developed, the mortality rate for eastern diamondback bites was around 30%. That's almost 1 in 3 victims dying. So why isn't it number 1? 2 reasons. Their populations have drastically declined due to habitat loss, making encounters much rarer, and they're actually quite docile by nature. Eastern diamondbacks prefer to avoid confrontation and will only strike when they have absolutely no other option. But make no mistake, if you're bitten by an eastern diamondback, you're in a life-threatening situation. Even with modern medical care, victims can lose limbs or suffer permanent damage. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. America's deadliest snake is the coral snake. This might shock you because coral snakes are small, rarely aggressive, and account for very few bites annually. So, what makes them number one? Coral snakes possess neurotoxic venom, completely different from the hemotoxic venom of pit vipers. While rattlesnake venom destroys tissue, coral snake venom attacks the nervous system, causing paralysis, respiratory failure, and death. Here's what makes them terrifying. Coral snake bites often don't hurt much initially. There's minimal swelling, little pain. Victims sometimes don't even realize how serious the bite is. But within hours, the neurotoxins begin shutting down the nervous system. Vision becomes blurred, speech slurs, breathing becomes difficult, and eventually, complete respiratory paralysis occurs. Before specific coral snake antivenom was developed, the mortality rate was around 10%. The venom is so potent that a single bite contains enough toxin to kill multiple adult humans. The eastern coral snake, found in the southeastern United States, is the most dangerous species. They're identified by their distinctive color pattern, red bands touching yellow bands, giving rise to the famous rhyme, "Red touches yellow, kill a fellow." What pushes them to number one isn't frequency of encounters, it's the pure lethality of their venom and the speed at which it acts. A rattlesnake bite gives you time to seek help. A coral snake bite, you're on a clock and it's ticking fast. So there you have it. America's 5 deadliest snakes, from the common copperhead to the lethal coral snake. But here's the good news. Snake bites are preventable. Watch where you step. Never try to handle wild snakes. And if you are bitten, get to a hospital immediately. Remember, these incredible creatures aren't out to get you. They're just trying to survive. Respect their space, and they'll respect yours. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more wildlife content. And drop a comment below telling us which snake surprised you most. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.